and welcome to For the Culture. It's your girl, MzMuah.
I'm AWB.
And I'm the Diva.
And thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's show. Make sure you are liking, sharing, and following us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, New Beat Radio, and YouTube. You can catch us on New Beat Radio on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. and Saturdays at 9 a.m. How y'all doing, ladies?
Doing
Awesome.
good. How are you, birthday girl?
Yes.
How are you?
So yesterday was MzMuah's birthday. For those of you who did not know.
Yeah.
She's still accepting gifts.
Yes.
If you are feeling so generous.
Yes. If you would like to give me a gift or cash app or something, honey, do it. Because I will appreciate all of them things.
That's it.
I'm doing good. I'm trying to recover from such a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Good.
I'm so thankful for everyone that came out on Saturday night. And even the individuals I got to kick it with yesterday. Thank you so much for everyone that's just been sharing and giving love. It's a wonderful feeling to be loved, especially on your birthday. So thank you so much for that. Tonight, we're going to be talking about a topic that's all over our culture. Some people feel like, oh, yes, do your thing. And some people feel like, oh, no, we ain't going. So we're going to talk about that. If you're interested in joining Lipstick Entertainment, now's the time. We are adding to our empowerment group. We give back to the community year-round. We're a sisterhood. We have retreats and all those great things.
Yes.
So if you would love to join us, please reach out to us. My personal page, Lipstick Entertainment's page, any of the ladies you see here, the Gym's page, and we would love to have you, okay? Tonight's show is sponsored by Gym's and
Legacy Collection, Makeup and Beauty.
yes, and we do have an event that we're putting together. So once we have those deets, we'll let you know so that you can come out and shop with Gems. We got to get them together. Okay? So tonight, let's get into this topic. We are talking all about cosmetic surgery in the culture.
Yes.
How do you guys overall feel about this topic for us?
It's been in the news a lot lately.
Yes, it has.
And I think a lot of the deaths and complications and related things going on to cosmetic surgery were happening a lot more before our culture even started taking part in it.
Well, for our culture, it was considered taboo
There you go.
to have plastic surgery. But now it has become more and more acceptable amongst the black community.
Yes.
Now we have some folks who have had plastic surgery. They look good.
Yes.
You know, Nene Leakes, she has claimed 3, and she looks really good.
Yes.
And then you have some more folks. My mom said, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to say other celebs who have had plastic surgery, oh, why did you do that to yourself? Because you were beautiful before.
Yeah.
And now look at you. And you know, have you guys noticed how when people have plastic surgery, they all look alike? Do
Yes.
they all pick the
Yes.
same
It's like they have the
face?
cookie cutter face.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what do you think about it?
You know what? I'm kind of in the middle with it. I feel like if it's something that you want to do, I'm big on letting people do them. If it's something you want to do, I'm not going to knock you and your choice. Because if it's something that you want to do to enhance yourself, we get the extensions. We do things with our eyebrows, our lashes, our nails, all those things. So if you want to enhance yourself, I get it. But for me personally, it's not a thing.
My eyebrows are not going to kill me. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And then my thing about plastic surgery has always been this. Okay, so I'm a woman, not particular about my nose or my chin or whatever. So now I go have plastic surgery. What am I saying to my children? Am I saying that I think that, to me, it's who we are. If we were supposed to be another way, I think we would have been another way. You know, I believe in enhancing what you got, you know, but don't cut me.
As a woman that has had actual cosmetic surgery, and y'all just got me telling all my juicies on the show.
Yeah, the date.
You know. So, actually in my 20s,
Mhm.
and most women know that every woman is a little bit asymmetrical in the chest area.
Okay.
I'm not going to point to it because
Did
you are alive.
Did you see how I set up like
You know,
that?
yeah.
I was just, I don't know. I don't know what it
So,
was.
I decided in my 20s that I was going to try to fix some of my asymmetricalness.
Okay.
For medical reasons, and I'm doing the air quotations for those of you on Newbie Radio. I talk with my hands, yes I do.
Okay.
But I'm lucky and blessed and glad in the fact that I actually chose a silicone implant a saline implant versus a silicone implant.
Okay.
So there's been so many reports of people having leaks with the silicone and dying from the toxicity. I actually again had my implant deflate, and was very scared about that, and then it went back to, again, I did my research before I had it done, and then realized, why do I have this foreign object in my body?
Right.
And so, yeah, I went through that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not so much for cosmetics, but yes, it was for cosmetics.
Okay.
It was more of a medical thing with me because I was limited by the clothes I could wear, by, things I could do because, again, it was very noticeable.
Okay. So it's noticeable.
Mm.
I think it's very interesting how, we have a culture as a whole, where people are following trends. And, it's like once one person picks it up, someone else will try it, and next thing you know, it's everywhere. And so what I'm hearing about more so these days is not the nose, is not the chin, is not even the Pam Anderson breast anymore.
Yes.
Now it's about the butt.
Yeah.
And what's crazy to me is, if you think about it, culturally speaking,
we already have the dumps.
We are already thicker
Yeah.
than other cultures because of how we're naturally built and because of how we eat.
Mm-hmm.
So what I guess don't understand about it is, if you wanted a more toner tush, did y'all like that?
Toner tush.
Yes.
Come on, toner tush. Then why don't you just
do some squats?
do some squats? Take care of what you already have, because something is already there. It's in your makeup.
Yeah.
Why do you feel like you have to take it from one place of your body to another? And then another thing too, our bodies, even if you're kind of ill-built, which excuse me, kind of go together. If you're paying attention to a person, usually you can tell
How
these
they
legs go under this stomach and yada, 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 right?
Yeah.
But it seems like when they get the BBLs, they're taking the fat from here, they're putting it back here, and they're on these little turkey legs.
Oh my gosh, they are so. Some people are very ill proportionate, like you're saying.
Yeah.
They can't even
It
walk
looks
straight.
weird. It looks so
And
weird.
they can't walk straight. They can't function.
It does not look like it goes there. It's just like you've taken this fat and you've replaced it. You've moved it around. You've moved it around. So now you're looking really ill-built. That's the only way to say it. And the thing about it is, somebody told you
They look good.
you look good.
Another thing too, not only do your legs look like this under your butt, but now the upper part of your body tends to give us the tick, because you took out the stomach.
Yeah.
And you left all of this broadness up here,
yeah.
so you look like blue. And it's just
It's odd looking.
Yeah.
It's very odd looking.
Yeah.
But even going back to the face, the plastic surgery, it don't look good. So I don't understand what the point of it is. Okay, so you're gonna pull back some wrinkles, you're gonna pull up the chin, but that's your character.
right.
That's your character.
Yeah.
So it's really weird that you want to do that to yourself and then turn up, because you're starting to look like a Barbie doll now, but it's not a cute Barbie.
I'm thinking more of a cat.
Well, it's a cat, but you look very plastic.
Yes.
Think of the celebrities that are just very evident, like your Lil Kims or your Stacey Dashes or even your Vivica Foxes from here.
Yeah.
And I'm not bashing any of those ladies. That's what they chose to do.
Yeah.
But guess what? You were so much more gorgeous, in my opinion, before you had anything done to you.
Yeah.
And I would love to see some comments on how the men feel about that. Because I have male friends that have definitely expressed the same thing. they feel like these ladies were more gorgeous before they had any enhancements.
I thought little Kim was gorgeous.
Right.
Yes.
You know,
She
and
was.
she had her own style and her own vibe.
Yeah.
I thought she was gorgeous. And then when I started seeing the pictures of her, I was thinking, who is that?
Right.
Who is that?
Yeah.
That can't be.
Yeah.
But it is.
What's crazy about it too is, where is that friend in your life, or that spouse in your life, or that mentor in your life, or that cousin, your mother? Where are those people to say, okay, you're starting not to look like yourself?
Yeah.
You know, you gotta do something different.
But she has a daughter, so what does she say to her daughter?
Exactly. You know, and then you look at other celebs that, you know, live such a lifestyle that, you know, maybe they encourage that in their children. You know, who was it? The mother, another celebrity mom was like, you know, really hard on her child. And you see a lot of that where they're really hard on their children, trying to keep them in a certain look. But you had cosmetic surgery to have that look. So you shouldn't really demean the children, you know, to make them feel like they have to be the perfect cookie cutter image, when a lot of us don't have that image ourselves.
Right. There used to be a meme that would scroll on Facebook. Every once in a while you would see it pop up. The Asian family, the guy married the girl, she was beautiful, beautiful. But then when she had her children, they weren't beautiful. And I don't know if it's a true story, I don't know if it's a made up story.
He sued her.
He sued her.
He sure did.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Because she was not attractive before she had all this surgery, okay? So she had all this surgery and she looked gorgeous. But she had these children that were not gorgeous. And he was wondering, where did this come from? And then he found out about all the surgeries. So your truth is gonna come out.
Exactly.
One way or the other.
Another thing too, now if you know me, then you know. And if not, you about to find out. I'm not really, oh hey sisters, how y'all doing? Lipstick is watching, hello. I'm not really a layaway person.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because I feel like this. And y'all judge me later, okay? But I feel
I
like,
judge you now, but go ahead.
whatever. I feel like if I can't afford it,
Today.
it's not for me. And that's just me. And I think over time, it's saved me money, or it's helped me prepare for the things that I want without having this big debt. I just felt like layaway ain't for me, because if I gotta get something like in cheap installments or whatever, it ain't for me. So what I don't understand is, I said that to say this. How are we getting the layaway bodies? How are we going to these doctors
The layaway body.
because they're cheaper?
Yeah.
But I don't know if you should be paying cheaper for that.
Or some things you got
You have
to
to
pay
pay
I don't
for.
think you should be
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah.
the deal with your body.
Right.
But I think there was a lot of reasons why, too, us as a culture did not get cosmetic surgery for so long, unless we were of the upper echelon or wealthy, because of the fact that cosmetic surgery used to be very expensive. You know,
Well, now you can go to anybody's back alley.
Ooh.
And get something
And then
injected.
insurance will cover a lot of it. Well, they used to,
Okay.
but now they don't, because now they tell you it's cosmetic and you got to pay for that
it's
yourself.
cosmetic.
But see, I thought insurance would only cover like your gastric bypass and those
If it was
type
for health
of, if it's
reasons.
for health
Right.
reasons, right?
Or breast reduction.
Yeah,
if
if
Right.
it's for health reasons,
Yeah.
And that's what they've gone more towards now.
Yeah.
But even with that, you know, I know people that have had tummy tucks or bypass surgeries, and they still have like the hanging skin. They won't cover that.
That's right.
So they paid for
This.
this,
But
but,
now
they
they
won't
got
pay
this
for
on.
the jiggle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, it just goes back to, personally, I feel that if you want to make enhancements or changes to your body, do it the natural way.
What is, because I'm going to give y'all mine. I want to know y'all's. What is the cosmetic story, scary story? What is the one that made you say, ooh, that may not be for me? What is the one that you heard about it and you're like, oh, this changed my mind? I'm going to tell you guys mine. Mine is Kanye.
I was going to say
Yes, his mom.
Don
Because
Jones.
his mother was his everything.
Yeah.
She was his biggest supporter. They had a beautiful, wonderful
She
relationship.
kept him grounded.
She
Yes.
kept him grounded. She kept him
He's
sane.
amazing.
Yeah.
And she went and had that surgery.
It didn't need it.
And she decided to get something done in her stomach area, and she did not make it. And looking at him now, his life is forever more changed.
Spiraled.
He, of course, if you lose a parent, it's going to affect you, but it's like he lost it. I think about him all the time, and my boys, I could not. It's not, my Coke bottle shape ain't worth what it could do to them.
Listen,
There you go.
I just felt like it was horrible because she wanted the surgery. She wanted the surgery. You hear me?
Right.
She did
She
not
needed it.
need the
Exactly.
surgery. And he told her he did not want her to have it.
So that played a level of guilt, I'm sure, on him.
Yeah.
Which
So
is-
that's really hard. And, you know, I don't know. I just think that we've got to learn to love ourselves
That's
more.
it. That's
Yeah.
You know, because people will tell you anything.
Yes.
They will tell you anything. But I've always said, you got a mirror, okay? Look at yourself. And like you said, if you want to change something, there's gems all over the place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You just got to make up your mind to go and use your gym membership.
Yes. But it's truly it's a true overall lifestyle change.
Yes.
You know, not only is it working out,
Yes.
you have to change your eating habits.
That's right.
You have to change your drinking habits. You have to change your sleeping habits.
Yeah.
You have to change
That's
your whole
true.
lifestyle
Yeah.
in order to obtain certain things.
And-
so I will share just this because again, I'm sharing my deets today.
Come on, please.
You know,
Yes.
so I am
keep
also
it real on
you
for
know,
the culture.
for the culture, baby.
Yes.
What? So I am considered a plus size woman and a plus size model.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell people all the time, baby, look, I get paid to be my size. I start there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you will be surprised at the criticisms I get.
I would
People
be
not
surprised.
knowing that, you know, I've had 5 major surgeries all in the stomach area and will never have a flat stomach, but I'm okay with that now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm tired of them cutting on me.
Mm.
You know, that's another reason why I would never have any more cosmetic surgery because, yeah, I don't need you cutting on me no more. No.
Yeah.
This is what I am. This is who I am. And it's all about being healthy. And a lot of the people that have cosmetic surgeries end up dying, not necessarily just about the surgery, but because they get infections.
Yes.
Other
Because they
complications.
have complications or heart attacks from the anesthesia.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or the anesthesia wasn't administered correctly.
Yeah.
Those are kinds of things that actually are killing people.
Yeah.
You know, and the statistics will say that, you know, people that have cosmetic surgery, there's only 1 in like 50,000 that actually die.
Mm.
I don't believe that.
No, I don't
I'm
believe
sorry.
that.
Mhm.
You know, having parents that worked in the healthcare field, you know, and my dad's still there, you know, when I first even mentioned having a tummy tuck or a
Mhm.
lift or what have you, because okay, I don't know if I said this on Facebook when I was getting censored, but you know, hey, my fupa was doing what it was doing.
It was pooping.
It was fupa in. And, you know, I was like, you know, I want to get this tucked, you know, I want to do this and do this and this. And my dad, who is very, you know, people that know my dad know he's very much a man of few words, but when he says something, he's going to say it
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to leave it right there.
Okay.
So that's what he did. He said, you will not
And won't.
and won't.
See.
And me as an adult was like, yes, sir.
See.
Because what you said, he's like, no, they don't actually even publicize all the deaths that people have because of having cosmetic surgeries, you know. And then we look at people like Arcade Michelle's, you know, that was very public about her BBL and
How it did not go
how
well.
it did not go
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
You know, our Nicki
yeah.
Minaj's, you know, who's had complications.
Yeah.
You know,
Deflate. Yeah.
Exactly.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And have you seen the images of the ladies that are like on Facebook or like Worldstar, you know, whatever social media output they have where they're walking around with deflated behinds?
Mm.
Crazy.
You know, and it goes back to again, and they say it's very painful.
Ooh,
on top
I can't
of
imagine. I
Everything
can't.
else, you know, but you know, medical doctors have come, I congratulate Ricky Smiley for even bringing it to the forefront then. You know, he had a doctor on his show that actually talked about the health complications from having these BBLs and what they're doing, and they're basically just transferring not only fat from one area to another, but they're also injecting toxins.
Yeah,
Mm.
right.
You know, so you're
What are you
putting
doing to
botulism
your
in your
body?
body.
Yes.
Exactly. You know, that's all toxic.
And then have you guys seen the process that people have to go through
Yes.
once they've
Oh my gosh.
had
Mm-hmm.
just, let's speak on the BBL. You can't sit down.
Right. You gotta lay on your stomach.
You got to lay on your
Yeah.
stomach. So if you fly to,
wherever.
Yes.
how are you getting home?
Right.
You cannot, because you have to literally be off of that area for at least 2 weeks, if not
And
longer,
then
maybe 6.
where you work,
Exactly.
what you doing with yourself and your income.
But you know what's funny
That's a
though?
real statement.
What's hilarious to me is, being one blessed with a natural trunk.
More cushion for the pushing.
You know what I'm saying?
Dun-dun-dun.
But you know what? When I was a teenager, when I was in grammar school, because I had a big butt in grammar school, crazy, and people be like, it was a joke. It was a joke. It was not that thing, So I would be trying to walk when it took.
Did you suck it in?
I tried to suck it in, but with some things you just can't.
I
suck
was
in.
about to say that would be real funny to see.
It wasn't.
I'm just
It was
saying.
not.
We just
cute.
had this conversation in the hallway.
We did.
She was like,
Yes.
sis, you sucking in your butt. I need you to not. Can you not do that?
I mean, it's weird, but it wasn't a thing. And the funny part about that is, when did a big butt become a thing? Because we've had it all our lives.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of what people are trying to emulate.
Yeah,
with
but
getting these surgeries of other cultures.
When the other people
Exactly.
started doing what we naturally have,
That
the butts, the lips, then the
it was
big butt,
it was okay.
It was a thing.
But it was mocked for so many years.
Yeah, yes.
Going back to
Yes.
even, and I'm not bashing anyone's culture,
Mm-hmm.
but we went through slavery. Let's just call it what it is. This is for the culture that we're telling you. We went through slavery.
yeah.
And one of the things that, is very evident in the history of slavery is that people were ostracized
Yes.
for their
Yes.
features.
Yes.
That's right.
These same features that we've always had
Right.
genetically
Yeah.
that people now want.
That they now want.
Did you guys hear the story about the slave that was put on display?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I was just trying
Sarah.
to think of her name.
Her name was Sarah.
And they stripped her down
Yeah.
Yes.
so they could look at her
Yeah.
and mock her because it was unusual
Right.
to have that kind of shape.
And when they talked about even dissecting her body
Right.
Yeah.
in
Isn't that
her death,
crazy?
that was so crazy.
Weren't they trying to stuff her or
Yes,
something?
Yes,
Yes.
because they wanted
Because they wanted to put her on display.
display. Yeah.
How do you? Cause what? Like
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, they wanted to. I can't think of her last name, but it's so. And they still, they still talk about her because her body was so odd to
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But that's our body.
But you know what's weird? So I got a personal little gem. When I'm heavier, because my weight tends to fluctuate, and I've been having fun these last few weeks, so I'm seeing the fupa in, and I gotta go back because I'm tripping. But I tend to get more of a derriere.
Mm.
I don't like it.
Mm.
I don't like the attention that I get.
Yeah, well,
I don't like how people feel like they can stare at it versus you.
yeah.
I'll be like, you cool? So the fact
Yeah.
that people are doing all of this, what are you actually gaining? This is not an investment. This is not something that's going to better your life.
It's just causing you to have attention.
And is it the right
you want
attention?
Well,
There you go.
Well,
Her name was Sarah Bartman.
that's it.
Sarah Bartman.
Yeah.
Do we really need all of this extra? Now, if you have it naturally, that's what it is. That's what you were born with. You got to work it, okay? But do you really, if you don't, do you really need to have your waist like this and your butt like
Yeah,
this?
that's weird.
Well, and then,
It's a hard look.
they have women that actually have ribs removed
Oh, yes.
Yes.
to shrink their waist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you are really affecting your health, and I've been guilty of it. I wear a spank, because you have to look smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on,
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay with a spank, but
Yeah.
all of the really
Listen.
confining things
I
that you
bought-
can't breathe in.
I bought that thing.
Yeah.
I bought that thing. Listen, first of all, I bought the one that, you do like
Mhm.
this. You got to lay down to get in.
Hey, come on, lay it
And
down.
then when you get up, you can't even breathe. And don't plan on sitting down and eating nothing.
Okay.
Because
All
that
right.
is...
It's over.
It,
It's for a look. It really is for like a short period of time. But there are people that wear the corsets. Here.
Yeah.
That's where they actually pull and
that
doctors
was
talk
a
about.
thing. That was a thing.
how that even moves your organs
Yes.
inside internally.
Yes.
All in an effort to shrink and have.
Now, I
a
do
little
wear
waist.
a waist trainer. I'm not going to
Waist
lie to
trainer,
y'all.
yeah. Yeah.
Waist trainers is
Now-
And that's fine, but how long can you stay in it?
Exactly.
Without,
I
without
usually-
falling out.
I usually... You stop. Because I ain't doing this with you. I usually wear mine if I'm at work.
Okay.
And I try to wear it at least 3 times a week. And the reason for that is it'll help me with my appetite.
Okay.
And then as well as it helps form you.
Okay.
But your other things, like you spoke on, is very important. When I say your other things, walking, your eating habits, your sweets, your breathing, all of that needs to change as well if you want this to work together. But I would much rather someone do that and train themselves naturally than to go and lay on a table for a discounted price and not wake up.
There you go.
So exactly. my thing, listen, let me do this. So you got on, oh, these poor men, oh Lord, you got on the eyelashes, you got on the hair, you got on the waist trainer, you got on the push-up bra, you got on all of this.
Don't forget
you
the
get home.
Yeah. So now it's that time.
What are you giving them, ladies? What are you giving them?
We about to play poker.
Ooh.
Come on.
Okay, so
So
the movie,
now-
I'm gonna get you something close to mine. As soon as you say that.
With that booty pop though.
Don't make me have back to you.
Because
Okay,
that
so-
is it. That's exactly what I'm thinking of. Because you done took off all of this that he was attracted to. Now what you get? Now,
Ladies, you
now
gotta do
what
better.
happens?
You gotta do better.
Now what happens?
And then do your research. If this is something that you are destined to have because you feel like you need this for whatever reason, you convinced yourself. How about we go to the people that are actually medically trained to do this?
Board
Like I
certified.
told you, we just talked about.
Professionals.
Yes. Like I told you, we just talked about Laraway. Okay, everything ain't for you. Okay, it's a reason you can't afford that bag, and it's a reason you can't afford that booty.
Man.
Evidently, you don't need it. Okay?
That is
You don't
hilarious.
go to the gym, get your squats in. Now listen, I know COVID was the gift that kept on giving, so it's messed up a lot of our legs, but you can still do those squats on a chair.
Yeah.
Okay? You can do them on a table. You can do them on a wall. There are things that you can naturally do to widen yourself and bring yourself in. I just want us to survive. If nothing else.
Yeah.
Because I keep seeing all these stories where we're not.
And listen,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Even men are having cosmetic surgery, so it's not just the women.
Okay.
Let's go there.
So they're doing the hair now.
They're doing the hair,
And the beards.
the
And
noses,
they're doing cosmetic surgery.
noses, eyelids. You know,
Listen.
Equal opportunity.
Don't come around me with no 27-piece beard and taking it off. Because I'm going to be like, you and your beard got to go. I'm not.
You said a 27 piece.
Please. If that mug comes off, I'm cool. I can't even. Listen, can you imagine?
I cannot imagine.
And then you're going to peel these waves off. Don't do that.
I love a beard, so that would be a shock to the whole psyche. What do you do then?
come on, beard.
Oh.
I had a moment.
Hey, listen,
Okay.
listen. I gotta take this call. Listen, I got an emergency. I gotta go.
I gotta go away from you. If you're just tuning in, this is For the Culture, and we are here every Monday at 7 p.m. and we are talking about things that we talk about in the beauty shops, in the barber shops, in the churches, on the corners, at the barbecues, in our culture. And so tonight we're talking all about cosmetic surgery. How do you feel about it? Is it your thing or not?
What about those folks? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
What about those folks who are changing their color, their skin tone? What about that?
Now, you know, colorism is a huge thing all over the world.
Yes.
Especially with people of color. And when I say people of color, I'm talking about all people
That's
of color.
true, right? Yes.
Not just African American, African.
Yeah.
Not just African, Latino.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Indian.
just Indian.
Yeah.
I mean, colorism is crazy.
Yeah.
And people are going at great lengths to change their skin tone. Crazy. I was one day in a hair braiding shop.
Okay.
And so I was there visiting some of my African sisters, and they were snatching my scalp to filth because that's why do y'all do that? You know what? You don't have to pull it that hard because listen, we're gonna be bald in a month anyway. Anyway, I'm coming back. But listen, on the counter over there, they had
Skin lightening.
bleaching cream.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh wait, sold in stores? Like what?
Yeah.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
And it's so you can always usually tell when someone has experience using those kind of products.
Yes.
Because for one, they very well probably did not use it all over their body.
No.
So their face and neck may be one color.
And
Their hands may be totally
hands
different.
And legs, yeah.
You know, and it's just people pay for our melanin. people pay to have
They
what
do.
we've been given as a God-given gift.
Yeah.
They do.
You know.
They hate us because they ain't us. They want to look like us. They want everything that we have to offer, but they don't want our struggle.
Because if y'all don't know what them tanning places are for, people go in there to come out darker.
Yes, yes, they do.
They pay somebody to
Yes,
go in
they do.
there and they stand in like a little bowl or they lay on some lights or something. And the goal is to come out a shade or two darker. So people are definitely paying for that.
I have a good girlfriend of another persuasion, and she used to always like to compare her skin after she came out of the tanning bin.
Yeah.
Look!
Wait, how long was your...
Look at you.
Look at you.
So, like, in grade school, one of my best friends was Caucasian. So, me being me, I sunburn anyway. Yes, black people do sunburn.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
So, you know...
Get you some cream.
Is this arm for me hanging out the window?
Yeah.
You know, when I went to Houston a couple weeks ago, I already started my summer tan. I'm just saying. But I used to actually go with her to the tanning booth. And she's like, your skin color is so pretty. I want to look like you. You know, but how many of us in our culture do the same kind of things?
Right.
You know, how many of us that are darker complected want to be light? How many of us are light want to be darker complected?
Yeah.
You know, we are doing things in our culture to alter and enhance our features. That's what we're talking about.
So is it about health? Is it about style? Is it about swag? Or is it about insecurity?
That's a good question. That's a
Which
good
one?
question.
What is it about?
I think we do things to make ourselves look better to ourselves, because if people around us tell us, "Oh my God, you're gorgeous," "Oh my God," but we don't tend to see what other people see.
Right.
You understand?
Facts.
Yeah. And so I think we do stuff. We look in the mirror and we think, "Oh, I could change this. I could change that. If I just do this, then I can." You know.
We talked about the nose.
You're not gonna talk about my nose on
talked,
air.
We talked about the nose.
Okay.
Listen, I've always wanted a smaller nose. I can't lie.
She has her mother's nose.
It's not big to me. I'm just saying.
I don't
but
understand. So
we all
basically-
have her plump nose.
So
yeah.
basically, what she's saying is she don't like my nose.
Whatever.
I'm offended.
It look different on you than it do here. And then Jesus is the homie. I appreciate all you do, all you done forevermore. You know I ain't need this much forehead. You know I didn't need this much. And I'm bright too. So it's like bing. Like we all have things we want to change.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is
Yes,
true.
that is very true.
Yeah.
I think men and women,
Yeah.
no matter what culture you are.
But are you willing to go under the knife for it? I don't want.
That's the thing.
That's the whole thing. And like I said, some of these women were so pretty to start
Right.
with. Why are you cutting your face off?
Well, I mean, even
Why you gotta say that?
okay, so like even with Michael Jackson,
Because that's
you
what
know,
it looked like.
Yeah.
he's one that was really prevalent in our culture that
Yeah.
was noticed for his cosmetic surgeries. You
Yeah.
know, some
Absolutely.
of them they say were medical because he had vitiligo, you know, which is actual medical condition.
Sure it is.
Some of them I think was more a matter of, and rest his soul, you know, more a matter of him wanting to look like a certain image, and the image that he saw around him, or the image that maybe as a child he always thought was the image of
And he was
success and
such a
perfection.
handsome.
He was.
He was pretty when he was a kid, and when he got older, if you look at that last Jackson album,
Yes.
he was gorgeous.
Yeah.
I had Michael's poster on my wall. I sure got made it myself, but hey, I'm still.
You know what? I didn't have Michael's poster.
I
didn't.
had it.
I loved Randy Jackson. What was
Okay.
that? What was that?
Okay,
I don't
Randy.
know, but I loved Randy
Yes.
Jackson. I guess I was actually a Prince girl. So Prince with the long hair on the back of the white horse. Come on, man.
With his
Well,
fine
everybody
and
says
gorgeous
that-
self.
there you go.
With
He was
his-
both.
with his
That
fine
is the
and
one-
pretty
that is the
self.
He can
Yeah.
pull your
I
auntie
do.
and your uncle at the same time. I don't even know.
Listen,
I don't know what he does.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
But you know what? You guys speaking on Michael Jackson, I wonder, do you think people that get cosmetic surgeries are addicted?
I think so.
Do
I
you think
so.
it's an addiction?
I
Because
think
if you
yes.
pay attention to the people that participate in those type of activities,
They get multiple?
yeah, they never just get it
Yeah.
the one time and let it go.
No.
Well, it's just like tattoos. I mean, that could be considered a cosmetic thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Once you get a tattoo, I mean, it's really easy to get another one. Now, you're coming from a super religious person, you know, growing up, where I didn't get my first tattoo until I was 35.
I think I was 35.
Yeah.
Come on, 35!
Yeah.
Oh!
I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get a
Yes.
tattoo.
Yes.
It's gonna be my birthday present to me.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And people, You have a tattoo? I actually
Exactly.
do.
And so, is it addictive?
Not for me.
To me, it was not. I know people that are tatted all over their body.
Yeah.
And you know, it
male
is
and
truly,
female.
exactly, male and female, and that's their expression. You know, just like with piercings.
Yeah.
You know, that can be considered cosmetic.
Yeah.
You know.
Now let's get back to the men's.
Mhm.
You said
Men's.
that they
Yeah.
be getting cosmetic surgery.
They do.
On what? Because they ain't got the
Eyelids.
booties.
Every
Well, you know, there are
thing.
some that get some booties too now, I'm just saying.
and other parts.
In other parts, the front side of that, we're going to leave it right there. We're on PG.
So you telling me they going to get a thing?
Mm.
They get some extra only thing.
That is very misleading. I don't like it.
Well,
Well, you know, you have to look at, you know, now, they say women have had tricks of that nature for years.
sure.
Well-
revagination. What you call? Is it?
Revitalization of the
Revitalization.
JJs.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, putting it back together.
Okay, come on, put it back, suck it in.
You know,
Mm.
so I guess what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Right.
You know, but
But I'm with MzMuah when she said, you know, now, when I go home, I can snatch off the wig. I'm just saying, this is my jush.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whoever's with me
Mm-hmm.
has to understand that, and they know that.
yeah,
Again, knowing that only people in my intimate circle have even seen my natural hair. I have a head full of it, but you know,
It is
another
what it is.
issue.
yeah, yeah.
I can't see me going and snatching off something and you coming in and snatching off something too.
Ah,
There's gotta be
Baby,
a balance here.
Listen.
take that beard
Gotta
off
be a balance.
if you want to.
I'm
I'm
just
going
saying.
to walk you to your car like the valet. Don't play with me.
Ow.
Don't. Here are your keys, sir.
So-
Thank you so much for coming.
So you're not feeling the men with the extra stuff, the hair, the chin.
It's
the
a no for
beard?
me.
No.
MzMuah said it first. No.
But you know what? Here's what's funny. Here's what is funny to me. Do you know men like us like we are?
Mhm.
Yes.
A lot of them do.
They like us like we
Yes.
are. They're not into all of the extra this and extra that and da 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 da.
Mhm.
They like us. They don't care about the fupa,
There you go.
fupa. You know.
You gonna change the
I-
name?
Listen.
We
I'm
keep it
just
PG.
saying, I'm trying to.
Did you go French or was it?
I think.
Okay.
I think.
Fupa. Okay. I want to make sure we're in the same place.
You
But you know, I've seen what you said. They've complained about lashes, weaves, nails, and I've seen them complain about the fake booties.
Mm.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
I have some.
So
else.
at first,
Definitely don't like
it was popping and everybody had their thing together and they was excited. But now these men is like, y'all look like blow up dolls.
Yeah.
Y'all look crazy.
If he smacks it, baby, and it don't bounce back, he might have an issue. I'm
Not
just letting you know.
smacking it. Listen.
And it's not. And it's just standing there.
Ooh,
Is that what it
no,
is?
just about anything can go down. If you're just tuning in, this is For the Culture, and we are here to talk to you about conversations that happen
Yes.
in our culture
Yes,
tonight. We're
yes.
talking all about cosmetic surgery for us. Now, listen, I think one thing that I love about my natural melanin is if you take care of yourself,
Yeah.
you will age just fine. You don't necessarily have to go tuck and pull and dip and bounce because you're taking
That's right.
care of yourself.
That's right.
Oh, but if you got a bottle to your face every day, and if you smoking everything from here to I don't know what street, then you're not gonna look the best.
Right.
I have seen some young ladies, and again, hey, it's your lifestyle.
Woo!
Which,
Yeah, yeah.
but I have seen some young ladies that look older than my grandmother would
That's wild.
if she were still alive.
Yeah.
And that's
That's
just
wild.
sad. That is
They
sad.
for the
'Cause we are
streets,
beautiful
baby.
people.
They for the streets. But like you
Yes.
said, if you turning up that bottle all day.
And men. There are some
Oh,
men that look like my
goodness.
granddaddy.
Listen.
And you younger than me.
And
I'm
you
trying to figure this out.
young.
If you take care of yourself, if you're watching how you're eating, if you're exercising, if you're if you're drinking your water, I'm working on my water.
Yeah.
You are going to look youthful. People tell me all the time, you look like you did in high school. As I should. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Because that means I ain't doing too much. I don't.
Right.
And when you see me out, I need you to be like, where you been? I'm that person. Because
Yeah.
I don't need you to always see me.
Yeah.
Because if I'm
That's
always
right.
in the mix and I'm always doing things I don't need to be doing. Listen, let's not overindulge. Natural beauty is definitely a thing. Take care of yourself.
Y'all,
And
that's
get
a-
some rest. Rest
That's
is very
huge.
important.
I was talking about rest earlier today. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
I wanted the topic to be about
She
rest.
did.
Because
She
I'm
did.
like,
She
listen.
did. She wants to put us to bed. And I was like, it's a no.
I was trying to.
Yeah.
Listen, I was at the party the other night, all night long.
Ow.
All night long I was at the party.
I was so proud.
Listen,
I was so proud.
you don't even know how I was getting ready to go over in that corner booth.
Hey,
Listen.
hey.
But you know what? You can't do it all the time.
Yes, no.
That's
You cannot
right.
do it all the time.
That's right.
And I was kind of proud of myself. How late did I stay? Was it?
It was like
Almost 2.
two.
Yeah, it was like
yeah,
right
yeah,
too.
you know,
Yeah.
I was kind of dozing a little bit. I was, and then I was trying to think to myself, okay, let me stop acting like an old person.
I mean,
Let me
what's
stop-
that?
but you know what? Here's the ticket. I'm an old person.
And that's okay.
I'm an old person.
But
so-
you are not an old person. You
Listen,
definitely don't look it. I'm
listen,
sorry.
that's-
Age is like fine wine.
Listen,
Yes.
I love to tell people how old I am. I get such a kick out of it.
Yes.
I get a kick out of it.
Exactly.
I'm 57.
What?
Do you say it like that? I'm 57.
Look,
Okay.
that's it.
Yes.
I'm 57.
If y'all on the radio, she just leaned forward and did a whole profile for no reason. But thank you so much for giving us all of that.
Giving us
You want to do it again? Did
Give
you
us
want to?
life.
Okay. All right.
Just
Come
in
on,
case,
Judge.
just in case somebody wants to screenshot.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? No.
So, let's talk about, we've been talking all about mental health, self-love, all of those things,
Yes.
right? We're talking about Black excellence, all of that. You're excellent just the way you are. You just got to figure out how to enhance what you already have.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that with surgery and chemicals and this and that. And like I said, if you decide to do that, I'm not here to hate on you, sister. If you got to have that big old thing because you need it to spin around and do whatever you need to do to shake it like a tambourine, do your thing.
Yeah.
But don't go to the Laraway doctor. You're going to have to put you some coins up
Yeah.
so you can go somewhere and know that you're going to come
Well,
home.
listen, I'm almost certain that Dondra did not go to the Laraway doctor.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That part.
You got to be careful. First of all, you got to know your health situation.
Yes.
Mhm, before you go
Yeah,
into the knife.
because
Yes.
once they start cutting on you and giving you the gas and doing all this stuff, you don't know how your body is going to respond to that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
my DM just last week, 2 weeks ago now, she went to have a just a minor little situation on her elbow.
Mm-hmm.
She had a heart attack.
Woo!
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and it was supposed to be a minor outpatient deal, and she went in, and I mean, she's better now,
Thank God.
but who knew
Mhm.
that I was going to say the laughing gas, good Lord, the anesthesia
Yeah, anesthesia.
would
Yeah.
knock her out, would affect her heart.
And
You
some
gotta-
people do have a very bad reaction to the
Yes.
anesthesia. And then also going along with what MzMuah was saying, and you as well, AWB, you have to research these doctors.
You got to.
You need to know if they've had any malpractice suits against them.
Yeah.
You need to know what their success rate on these type of surgeries
You
that you're
need to
getting.
know if it's
all
just
that.
a trend for them as well.
Exactly.
You know how when you're moving,
Mm-hmm.
and so you drive in the neighborhood when they don't know you're
That's
coming.
right, that's
you need
right.
to see your neighbors. You need to see people that's been there before.
Yep.
You need some history on that thing
Yep.
because you want to know what it's really like. Not the perfect little apartment or home that they're showing you.
Mm-hmm.
You want to see what it's like at all
In the
times
neighborhood.
and the
That's right.
experience of others. Do that with yourself
Yeah.
and with your doctors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do some research because if you're
It's
gonna
huge.
if you're gonna do this, because I'm not gonna say invest. If you're gonna do this to yourself, you need to make sure that you are safe and you are coming home. Recently, I saw a story on Facebook and it absolutely broke my heart of a young lady who went to the Dominican Republic with some other young ladies,
Yeah.
and she didn't make it back.
Yes.
She's a mother. She ran a daycare here in the city, and it went viral, and people were blaming the friends and the mom and the this and the that. But at the end of the day, a person's gone.
Yeah.
We got to do
Yeah.
better. We got to do our research, and we can work with what we have. Believe it or not, you can lose weight if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
It's all up here. If you set those goals, totally, it can happen.
Exactly.
Absolutely, but you got to want to, and you got to want to do it for you and not for whatever other reason.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And then, if you get your jiggly booty and you're happy about it, don't be thinking you're better than any woman that's naturally built. Because God gave me this, baby. You got that on the table.
And let me tell you something about the jiggly booty.
Okay.
Okay, and this is weird. You know, a lot of things are weird to me, but this is really weird.
Yeah.
When I was coming up, and you know how old I am, we wore undergarments to control
Exactly.
the jiggle. You see what I'm saying? Because that was not cute.
Right.
Right.
That was not that of a lady.
Right.
And now
you have to leave something to the imagination. You
have to leave something to the imagination.
Now they clapping down the street.
And there is nothing. I was
Right.
watching. I started watching the Billboard Awards last night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I don't know who these people were. I don't know. But anyway, they were up there to present the award. Okay, and the dresses. You know, you got the slits cut up to China. Fine. Okay, but this girl's. I mean, her life
She
was,
had a malfunction. That was the City Girls. Mm-hmm.
ain't nobody told her
That hurt.
that her whole life was out.
Yeah.
Her cha-cha.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what is happening?
Because even if it's a malfunction, how high was that cut for
To
that
begin
to
with.
even
To happen.
But wait a
Baby.
minute, what about the people who were standing around or who were just there looking? You can't adjust yourself?
But this is the thing. If everything is now, this is what they said it was a malfunction. This is my twos and fews. But everybody's wearing nakedness out and everybody's exposing everything. So how would they even know that it's a malfunction?
Lord,
Hoo-ha.
your deal is on the table.
Your deal.
Your deal is on the table.
Don't be saying that. I
So,
cannot.
I don't understand how you didn't know. Didn't you get some air or something?
You know what?
But
they be naked all the time
So
anyway. Is what I'm
it's
saying.
nothing new.
So
It's nothing new.
Yeah.
and my thought while I was sitting on the corner of my bed, oh my God, people are gonna be out doing this now.
Okay, and then you know, I'll say this as well. You know, because again, we're talking about cosmetic surgeries and enhancing our bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it this way, ladies.
You
If
said a
you were
mouthful right
putting-
there. You said ladies.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
If you are putting it out there,
My goodness.
you cannot be mad if that's what they're attracted to and that's what they come at you about. If it's all about that, if you're putting everything you got.
No, Diva, don't say that. Don't say that because it's my body and I can wear whatever I want and I should not be affected by anybody and nobody should
Listen
say
here.
anything to me because it's my body.
It
and if I
is
want to show it
sundress
off,
season. It is
listen,
sundress season.
there. You know what? Here's what needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying what needs to happen now. These mamas and these grandmas, and I know mama is 22, and grandma's
Maybe
33.
32.
You know,
Yeah.
I get it. But we need to go back to the moment where we believed in class.
Exactly.
We need to go there. I know we're talking about a different subject, but I was out at the birthday party, and I was sitting there.
We were looking. You know what?
Listen.
Don't let us sit by each other.
No,
We
we can't sit by each other. But I was looking at these young ladies, and
Yes.
baby, some of them weren't young ladies.
Some of them were like,
I mean, and listen, another thing, no matter what size you are, you ought to know your limitations.
Well,
Okay? It is not
when I was on
cute.
the radio, I flipped my hair. I did.
It's not cute to wear something too small.
oh,
It looks, wear your size, have it tailored if you must.
yeah.
But if you are, and I'm a big girl, okay, I embrace who I am.
Okay.
I dress accordingly, okay?
Yeah.
You cannot wear something too. I saw bellies that had on fitted stuff.
Yeah. A little bit.
And
still a
short. I mean, booty cheek, short.
Right.
And I'm thinking, don't nobody love you?
It's like, but if you sit down, ew. I'm just saying. That's just me personally,
But-
because I don't want to sit on nothing cold and have my booty cheeks
But
stuck in
here's
the
what
air.
I also saw. The men, they weren't really, there was a couple of men dancing, you know. We were in a, other room, so that side was over there and we had our thing over here. And people started coming over this way, which was nice. It, brought the people in.
Hey, friends.
Hey.
But the men weren't dancing with them. They weren't even talking to them. They were just standing around watching.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, that's wild. They just looking at the show.
There were some young ladies that were classily dressed, I'll say.
Yes.
Yes.
Those were the ladies that the men were buying the drinks for.
That's
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
So,
That's true.
again, you have to be careful
Totally
what you put out
covered
in the
up.
atmosphere.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to be careful
And
what
it's
you put
okay
out.
to be sexy and be cute and be yourself, without going over the top. Once again, you know, we're talking about cosmetic surgery and all of that, right? But even in your clothing, self-esteem. If you really know yourself, love yourself for yourself, there's certain things you don't have to do to yourself. There's certain things you don't have to put on yourself or not on yourself.
Right.
If you really know yourself and you love yourself, you don't have to have the skirt that's riding all the way up your thigh because you look. One thing about me, if you don't know me, I'm going to tell you, I don't have to do all that. I have a shape, you know, I think anyway. And I don't like to be naked because I don't have to. I don't have to do all of that because that is not for me. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But you can't be mad at the type of attention that you get when you
a certain type of
dress like that.
And then to go along with that, and this is definitely another show, but again, it's going back to appearances and people enhancing them. There are pedophiles out there.
Yes.
There are people that mean you no good.
Yes.
No good.
And if you're dressed a certain way,
They're
and
going to
I'm
assume.
not, they're going to assume.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying this right at all because
Right.
trust me, anybody that touches a child or even a woman or a man that does not want to be touched
Is wrong.
is wrong.
Yeah.
And you're breaking the law.
Out of
So let me
order.
put that on there right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But you know, then there are women that are fully dressed that
Yeah.
still have the same effects.
Yeah.
These creeps.
Yeah.
I'll call
Yes.
them creeps.
There you go. There
You know, so you just really don't want to, and that's why I say mothers with our daughters,
Yeah.
these babies, quit dressing them like they are 25
Woo.
going to the club and they're 5 years old. Quit putting the weed down to their butts
Listen,
and their hair when they're
this
5
one
years
wore
old.
this one wore braids and twists and bobbles
making them
and
grow up so
ruffles
fast.
because
Yeah, but that's-
because she was my baby.
Exactly.
You know?
Look
Yeah.
at the Kardashians. You know,
I
those
mean-
those younger girls grew up so fast
Yeah.
because of the limelight that they were in.
Yeah.
And that, you know, and it's just sad that it happens so much like that.
Yeah.
You know, that the young ladies have to grow
They
up so
have,
fast.
they have plenty of time to be grown.
Exactly.
You know, let them be babies.
Yeah.
You know, put bobbles in their hair because that's cute on a baby. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? That's cute.
Yeah.
And quit trying to get them getting their brows done at 5 and getting their
Oh, no.
oh honey,
You
would be
talking about
surprised.
enhancements? I don't see how
Yes.
people be getting surgeries because every time I go get my stuff waxed, I cry like a baby. I be like, are you almost done? Do you have to use the tweezers? Because I really don't want it. So people that do all that, they must be.
man.
in that area. I'm just saying.
Oh my
we talk about
God.
that on another show, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've been talking all about cosmetic surgery in the community and in the culture. If that's your thing, do your thing, but make sure you
You're
do
safe.
your research.
Yes.
Who is this
Safe.
doctor? Who did he work on before? Have you read anything about him? You know, there's usually Google reviews on doctors specifically for situations just as this. And don't feel like you have to go lay on a table to be beautiful. You were born beautiful just the way you are. You just need to work with that thing.
And you know what? Doctors can make mistakes too.
Yes.
Maybe he has a great reputation.
Yeah.
I bet you Dondra did some research.
Mm-hmm.
And you know she didn't go layaway style.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I
it could be
bet
something
you.
as simple as
Yeah.
you know, cutting in the wrong area.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
can affect it.
You
So,
can have some kind of effect. Something can go wrong.
Yeah.
You know? Is it worth it?
Well, health is wealth. So if you want to look good and you want to feel good, you should start with a routine on your own self
Yes.
every single day and see where that goes.
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't work, then maybe you can look into some other things. But if you haven't even tried, there's no point in you having this, sucking this in, poking this out with the stick legs. It doesn't look right. It looks crazy. And so we don't want that for you. Okay? We want to make sure that you are healthy and you make it home to your children.
Listen,
Most of us have children.
We are so beautiful.
Yes.
we are.
We are,
Yes.
I say it all the time. I say it
Men,
because
men.
I mean it. We are the prototype.
Yes.
We are the ones they love to imitate.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't you know how gorgeous you are?
Yeah.
So
We want you to be healthy. We want you to come home. And if you feel like this is something you need to do you, boo. But do your research. This was For the Culture. We're going to catch you next week. Make sure you like, share, and follow us on all social media platforms. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. We'll see you guys next week.